Hello everyone, my name is Mateo. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are here in JFK. As you can see, it is extremely sunny outside. The weather is beautiful. And we're here with the Boeing 727 UPS freighter. And today, we're heading to Chicago, delivering your late Christmas gifts. Look, I know one thing is for certain. It's true. Some of you waited until last minute to order your Christmas gifts, and they still aren't here. So today, we are heading up to Chicago O'Hare in this beautiful Boeing 727 to deliver them. With that being said, we've got the fuel truck here, putting fuel into the aircraft. And I just gotta say this, the Boeing 727 and UPS livery just looks so good. Anyways, without further ado, why don't we jump into the cockpit here and get set up for departure. All right, welcome to the cockpit. For those that don't have the 727, here's what the cockpit looks like. We've got the flight engineer panel here, which is, it's not as scary as it looks. It's actually pretty easy. And then we have the captain and first officer seats here, and this is where you're going to spend most of your time sitting. It's a great aircraft. I've been having a lot of fun with it. All right, we got to get things set up here. So let's get the ground power here. So we're going to get ground power set. It takes a second. There's the ground power cart there. They've already attached it. All right, so we're going to go up to the flight engineers panel here. We're going to turn the batteries on. There we go. And then I am going to close that. We're going to go here and turn external power on, which that is really loud. I need to turn my audio down. And then once we get external power on, we're just going to go to essential power, and we're going to set this to exit power. So there you go. Plane is kind of up and running. All right, so with that running, we're going to turn on the gallery power, and we're also going to turn on one of the hydraulic pumps. And then I'm going to head down here, and we need to set up the INS. Actually, we're not going to set it up. We're not going to set it up completely just yet. We're going to go to position, and we're going to put in the first waypoint. The first waypoint is... All right, so let's just take a look at the flight plan real quick. This is the flight plan. This is what we're going to put into the INS. All right, so this is going to be waypoint 0. That's going to be our position. All right, waypoint number 4 is going to be this one, 5, 6, 7, and then, let's see, 8, 9, and then 1. All right, so this is how I set up my flight plan. I number these because in the INS, you can only put 9 waypoints. You can only put in 9 waypoints, so once we get to waypoint 9, we actually have to reprogram this. So I do this to just kind of remind myself what I'm doing, because it can be a lot to handle if you don't have it written down. All right, so this right here is how I set up my flight plan. I number all of my waypoints. So you can see 0, that right there is our position. We are at 40384 west 7346.7. That is the position that we're going to put into the INS. Now let's go do that real quick. All right, so let's put this into the INS. We are on standby. We're also on position. Let's go north 40, 38, 4. Insert. West 74, 41, 7. That is the position that we are at in JFK. Now I'm going to set this to align, and I'm going to set this to DSRTK/STS. And essentially what we have to do now, if you want to play this realistically, we have to wait for this to align. And how we know it's aligned is when this here goes to 0, or when this right here lights up. Now, if you want to cheat and you don't want to wait for this to align, you can just click this and it will align instantly. That's what we're going to do, but we have a couple other things to do first, and then we do have a couple other things we need to do. One thing I totally forgot to do is get the lights on. Let's get the lights on real quick. Let's see. Lights, lights, lights. There we go. That one. All right. Lights are on, as you can see there. And also, the fuel truck has left. All right, so there's a couple things I need to do. Let me get the master switches on here. I'm going to then turn that, and then that one as well. Set that to both, crank that up. We're going to turn that on bright. Is there anything else? Yes, I want to get that. Want to close that. We'll get that on later. Pretty much fine over here. We'll need to do the pressurization. Let's do that right now. Our cruising altitude today is going to be 37,000 feet. So we'll set that to 37,000 because this airplane does not have an automatic pressurization system. You have to do it manually. And then for the cabin altitude, we go down here and we will see 37,000. 37,000 is this one here. So 6.3 is what we're going to put here. So let's get this to 6. Maybe 6. There we go. And then let's crank this to 6.3. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to move this to there. Okay. So they are ready to load up cargo. Let's get the doors open here. You can see right there's the cargo bay. Let's get that on. We will turn on the floodlights, the cabin lights, the gallery lights, and we'll also open up the door. And then we just do that by clicking this button right here. You can probably already hear it. It's very loud, and I don't know if you can hear me now. Alrighty, doors are open. They will begin loading the cargo very soon. As you can see, they're already moving into place. I believe we also have some ramp vehicles out here. Yep, you can see one right there. Let's get the INS set up. So, like I said, we're going to cheat. We're just going to click that, and as you can see, it goes down to 0.5. So now it's ready to go, and we can continue programming the INS. I have been told, don't program the INS until it has been aligned with your position, because apparently if you don't, it causes issues. I don't exactly know how true that is.
Do you want to board crew?
No, because we are already boarded. The crew is already boarded. We do not need to reboard if we are already on the airplane. So yeah, I have been told, don't program your waypoints into the INS until it has been aligned. I don't know how true that is, but I just listened to it because, I don't know, I guess it makes sense to me. All right, so our first waypoint is Kote. And that is going to be north 41. Oh gosh, I am in the wrong. I need to go to waypoint. There we go. North 41082. 41082. Let's insert that. West 74417. 74417. Let's go to 2. 2 is 41. North 41164. Insert that. West 75414. Insert that. There we go. So this is how you select your different waypoints. The aircraft will automatically move through these waypoints. You don't need to manually select them unless you have this set to man. And then once it gets to 9, it will automatically go back to 1. So if you're new to the aircraft, that's kind of how it works. It's a little bit weird if you're used to like the computer system. All right, so I am going to set this up. And I will be back with you in a moment. All right, so we have our waypoints here, and I'm just going to double check. 4117, 86021. All right, that's good. Let's check. 8, 4161, 4161, 85513, 41141. That's waypoint 7, 41141, 84382. 6, 4121, 5, 4121, 5, 82097. Okay, there we go. Let's check. 5, 41088, 7927, 5. Okay. 41129, 41129. Yep. 78086, 78086. That's good. 3 is 4123, 4123, 7646, 5, 76, 46, 5. 2, 4116, 4, 4116, 4, 75, 41, 4. And 1, 41082, 74, 41, 7. That is very good. And then, of course, the first waypoint, 40, 38, 4, 74, 41. sorry, 74. Ooh, that one is wrong. Uh-oh, this one is wrong here. Look, so, see, this is why I always check. This right here is for waypoint 1, not the position. So if we were to depart this way, we would be in a lot of trouble. So I need to fix this waypoint, 74417. That is waypoint 1, and I accidentally put in the wrong coordinate. The actual coordinate for this should be west 73467. So to fix this, we really just have to retype the whole thing in again. Let's see, 40, it's 40, 38, 4. West 73, 46, 7. There we go. And now we have to realign this, which is going to take a minute. Yeah, see, that's why I always check my waypoints, because that would have been really bad if we did that. All right, let's set that to distance. Now, the distance, the way that you read this, is this right here is how far we are from it. So it's going to say how many miles you are. You know, if your waypoint's 25 miles away, it'll say 25 right there. And then this is the time. So it'll tell you how far you are until you reach that waypoint, which is very helpful. So, like, let's say you're 30 minutes away, this will say 30. And right now it says 999 minutes because we're not moving. So that's why it says that. Now, this right here is what waypoint we're at to where we're going. So what this says right here is that we're at waypoint 0 and we're going to waypoint 1. When we get to waypoint 1, this will say 1, 2. That means we're going from waypoint 1 to waypoint 2. If you wanted to, you could go direct to a different waypoint. So let's say we're on waypoint 1. We hit waypoint change. We could put 1, 5, and then insert. And what it's going to say is 1, 5. And that means we're going direct from waypoint 1 to waypoint 5. So that's just some stuff that you can do with that. They are almost done loading in cargo. Just got a little bit of cargo left, which I just got to say, I love how with GSX, the cargo for cargo aircrafts is like little packages and stuff. That is the coolest thing. Looks like they are done loading the big pallets of cargo. That guy was loading them. Did he close the door, by the way? I don't think he did. He did not. So let's close the door. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Yeah. We can get the door closed. And that's going to be very loud. Very loud. And it's also very slow. All right, the doors are locked up. We will close up the cargo panel here. We will close up the door, and we are almost ready to go. Let's click that. Everything else is good. I need to... let's get that to there. So I forgot to do this. We need to realign this, and you literally just do it by clicking this button here. And then you wait until it finishes moving. And right there, we're good to go. Cool. All right, let's get the APU on. We just flick this up, wait for the APU to start. So because we have 3 engines on this bird, the APU is right here on the wing. All right, and then we're going to close that. And we are going to move this over to APU. So now we are in APU power. The external power has automatically flicked to off. And we are almost ready to go. Now, I am using Beyond ATC today. So I bought it recently, and I got to say it is a complete game changer. It is amazing. I want to listen to the ATIS real quick. So let's...
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Well, I am not yet, so hold your horses. ATIS is on 128.725.
8 Kennedy Airport Information, Quebec. 14110. Wind 215 and 8. Visibility half. Rain. Mist. Ceiling 800 broken. 1300 broken. 1900 overcast. Temperature 02. 2.01. Altimeter 3030. Landing runways 13 left. 22 left. Departing runway 22 right. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec.
All right, I'm not ready for pushback just yet, GSX. Hold your horses. All right, so let's contact clearance, and because we got to contact clearance before we can even get push, and then ground is going to want us to contact them. So let's set this to 135050. All right.
Sky, that's 164 Alpha, IFR to Nashville Airport.
Sky West
They are so
164
ready to
Alpha.
push my
Kennedy
plane
clearance.
away.
Cleared to Nashville Airport. Des Z5 departure, tow in transition, then as filed. Maintain 4th.
Kennedy clearance UPS 1825 with information Quebec requesting IFR to Chicago. It was Quebec, right? Please tell me it was Quebec.
UPS 1825.
It is
Kennedy
Quebec, okay.
clearance, information Quebec correct. Cleared to Chicago OHare Airport. Radar vectors CO8, then as filed. Maintain 4000. Expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.9er. Squawk 3035.
Cleared to Chicago O'Hare, radar vectors to Coat, then as filed will maintain 4000 and expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.9er, squawk 3035, UPS 1825. Okay. Hopefully that's right.
UPS
Yay.
1825.
Right.
Read back correct. Contact ground 121.85 when ready for push or start.
We'll contact ground on 121.85 when ready for push and start, UPS 1825. All right, let's get the squawk set here.
Negative ground on 121.85.
Is that not what I said? 3035. Man, sometimes hitting these buttons is a little difficult. 121.85, UPS 1825. All right.
Sky, that's 164 Alpha, ready to taxi to...
Kennedy ground, UPS 1825, requesting push and start.
SkyWest 164 Alpha. Contact Kennedy Tower 123.875.
Wow, totally just ignored me, dude. Come on, man.
123.875 Sky, that's 164 Alpha, take care.
This dude just totally ignored me.
UPS 1825. Kennedy ground. Pushback approved.
Please stand
Face
by for
south.
engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Pushback approved will face south, UPS 1825. All right, so south is going to be that way. And look at this. This weather is just getting worse. We need to get the heck out of here.
Brakes, please.
All right, we are ready for push and start. And finally, GSX can get the satisfaction of kicking me out of here.
Commencing push.
There we go.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start.
Man, this
until
weather is
push
just getting
completed and
worse.
brakes are set.
Okay, let's get some things turned on here. We need to get... Oh, you know what I should have turned on? I should have turned that on. I already did that, so I don't need to worry about that. Let's get the fuel pumps on. Now, before we start, we turn on one fuel pump for each tank. So that's what we're going to do there. We will turn on the other hydraulic system later. There.
Please set parking brakes.
All right, set the parking brakes. All right, we are clear to start engines. So what I need to do is I need to turn off the packs. We're going to go up here and get each engine on. We're going to start with engine number 1. Once this here gets to 20, we can then give the engine fuel, and it will start up the rest of the way. So once that gets up to 20, we'll go back this way, and we will give it fuel right now. There we go. And then once this engine is started, the ignition switch here will go back to off, and then we'll just repeat the process with 2 and 1, and then once that is done, we need to go over here and mess with the generators. All right, let's close that one. Let's get engine 2 on. All right, engine 2 is good. Let's get engine 1 on. All right, we can get fuel to engine number 1. That has not flipped back yet. Oh, there we go. Just flicked back. We can close that now, and the engine is good to go. All right, so let's take a look at this. We could probably synchronize these a little bit better. So these will be flashing when they're not synchronized. Seems like they're synchronized just fine, but we'll keep that centered. All right, so let's close that. Put that to engine 1, or generator 1. Now the jet engines themselves are powering the aircraft. We'll get that closed. We'll get that closed. Hopefully it will be good. All right, we will set that to bus and set that to generator 3. That can go back on. We can now turn off the APU because we don't need it anymore. And then we can turn on everything else. There we go. Let's get that on, that, and that. Kennedy Ground, UPS 1825 requesting taxi to the active.
UPS 1825, runway 22 right taxi via Sierra, Romeo, Alpha, Delta Bravo, Yankee Alpha.
22 right via Sierra, Romeo, Alpha, Delta Bravo, Yankee Alpha, UPS 1825. I wish it didn't have that texture effect, but I guess that's better than nothing. Taxiway should be over here. I'm going to set that to low. There we go. Is there a way to turn off this, like, window effect? There's something about it that doesn't look right, and this is why I don't really use the windshield wipers very much. But it's like, it's raining so badly right now that I kind of have to because I can't see anything. There we go, and I think we just need to taxi all the way to the end here. Yeah, we need to taxi all the way to the end. We're crossing runway 22 right, which, runway 22 right, yeah, it wants us to hold runway 22 right, and then we're going to runway, wait a minute, did it say, oh, no, we are taking off 22 right. Why are we taking off from that taxiway? Really? I mean, okay, if the ATC thinks I can take off from that taxiway,
Delta 2587.
I would have crossed runway 31 right and then taxied. Okay, that's
Delta
all right.
2587, Kennedy Ground, pushback approved. Face southeast.
We literally just have to taxi to the end of this,
Pushback
and
Delta
there
approved.
is
Face
a
southeast.
cutoff
Delta
somewhere.
2587.
And then we take that and we hold short 22 right, and that's where we're taking off from. All right, the ATC thinks I can do it. I guess we're doing it. All right, it's right here that we need to turn, I think. Is it right here? Yeah, right here. Okay. Ooh. Come on. I'd like to let everybody know I'm not a pilot in real life, so there might be a lot of things that you see here that just are not up to code, if you will. We fly by the rules of the MateoFAA, okay? And that basically just means
Delta 2587.
as long as you land, you're good.
Active.
All right, so right here is the runway. We need to hold short here. Right here. Oh.
UPS 1825, contact Kennedy
Oh,
Tower
there we go.
123.875.
It contacted me, I didn't hear him. Over to Kennedy Tower on 123.875, UPS 1825. Kennedy Tower, UPS 1825, ready to go, runway 22 right.
UPS 1825, Kennedy Tower, wind 215 at 8. Fly heading 220, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 220, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff, UPS 1825. All right, I think everything is good. Oh, I do need to turn off that for departure, and then also need to get that to flight, and I need to turn that off, and I'm pretty sure that's all I need to do. Let's turn that on. Yeah, okay. Oh, also need to close those two. Okay, I think we're good to go. Oh, no, I need to get that to 15. There we go. See, we're remembering everything as we go. All right, let's go. And also, it is happy with me because it is going to the takeoff config just fine. Man, this is going to be one heck of a crappy takeoff. I took off in a snowstorm in Cleveland, flying this aircraft way back when I was learning, and which was only a couple weeks ago. I say that like it was months ago. And it was a really scary departure. All right. We're going to get the engine spooled up. And then we will take off. Oh.
Delta 2587, holding short, runway 22 right.
That is the Airbus right there. The Delta...
Delta 2587, hold short of 22 right, departing traffic.
Affirm, hold short of 22 right for traffic. Delta 2587.
Delta 2587, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait.
Woo!
Runway 22 right,
Whoa,
Delta
okay.
2587.
Oh my gosh. Woo. Woo woo. All right, we're up. Dang. Gear up. My co-pilot said gear up. For some reason, my gear keyboard command doesn't work. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to have that to disarm. Oh, shoot, I want to get
Delta
that
2587, Kennedy Tower.
Oh my God.
215
What
8.
is this climb?
Fly heading 140,
Holy crap.
runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff.
All right, we are up.
Fly heading 140, runway 22 right, cleared for
And I
takeoff.
need to make a
Delta
right turn in a
2587.
minute.
UPS 1825, contact Kennedy departure.
Kennedy departure, UPS 1825. Kennedy departure, UPS 1825, climbing 4,000.
UPS 1825, Kennedy departure. Good morning. Radar contact. Climb maintain flight level 180.
Oh my God. We are taking off like a rocket. Climb and maintain 18,000, UPS 1825. Oh my gosh. Look at that, we're almost above the clouds. All right.
UPS 1825, turn right, heading tree 25. Expect further clearance in about 15 miles.
Turn right, heading 325. We'll expect further clearance in about 50 miles, UPS 1825. All right, let's get that on, and let's get heading hold.
Kennedy departure, Delta 2587, 1,700 feet.
Do you mind?
Delta 2587, Kennedy
There we
departure.
go.
Radar
Come on,
contact.
get up
Cleared
to
direct
there.
wavy. Resume the DES C5. Climb and maintain flight level 180.
All
Clear
right.
direct wavy, resume the DES
Off
V5,
we go.
climb and maintain flight
See,
level
this
180,
is
Delta
why.
2587.
I'm going to turn this down. This is part of why I have the... So I don't think I said this yet, but I have... Why are we not turning that way? Come on, are we... 325. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So over on Beyond ATC, I have it set to auto-tune the radios, and this is the exact reason why. Is just because when you're taking off, it can be just so much to handle. And then going down there and having to tune in stuff. So the co-pilot will do the radios for me. I will just do the talking.
UPS 1825, turn right, heading 030.
030. Turn right, heading 030, UPS 1825. All right, so I bet that she's probably getting us on course. We're 50 miles away. And if I was to set up the INS right now, so basically to get it to follow the INS, we're just going to set it to AUXNAV. But it would take us about 13 minutes to get to the first waypoint. So I think she's just vectoring us in right now, and I am not going... I'm going a little bit slower than I'd like. I need to remember to turn off the flaps. There we go, because that's obviously something that I always forget to do. We are in the clouds. Hopefully Chicago is going to be clear.
UPS
Should be.
1825, turn left, heading tree 20.
Where are you taking me? Turn left, heading 320, UPS 1825. Oh, stop beeping at me. Alright, I need to get you both on. And after takeoff, that should have automatically gone to normal, which it did. That's a good thing. Hopefully that will no longer beep at me. I always forget to set those packs on, so hopefully that will do it. I don't know where the heck... Oh, plane. Hey, plane, can you, like, relax a little bit and not turn me into sideways? We're not a, okay. We're not a fighter jet here. Can you not do that? I wonder, woo, okay. I sometimes wonder if it does this. You notice how it, like, turned all the way to the right and then all the way to the left? I sometimes wonder if it does that when I'm trying to move around. So in order to move my camera around, I have to hit Shift and then WASD. And sometimes if I don't hit Shift first and I hit W, it'll move the yoke. And I'm sometimes wondering if maybe that's why it does that sometimes. So, all right, we are climbing up to 18,000. I don't have altitude hold on right now because I'm trying to get some speed here. No idea where we are, but I think we're going in the right direction. That number is going down, so if anything, we are at least heading to waypoint 1. All right, I am going to set... Yeah, we're actually going up pretty good here. I'm going to set the altitude on, and then I'm going to set this to IAS hold.
New York Center 121.125.
So IAS hold, if I understand it correctly, will control the speed of your aircraft with the pitch.
UPS 1825, contact New York Center 121.125. Have a good morning.
121.125, UPS 1825. All right, we are now in New York Center. New York Center, UPS 1825, climbing 18,000. Oh, beautiful. We're above the clouds, or at least getting there.
UPS 1825, New York Center. Climb, maintain flight level 370.
Climb and maintain flight level 370, UPS 1825. All right, let's get that back to IAS hold.
UPS
So,
1825.
oh,
Cleared direct Kuwait.
hey,
Resume own navigation.
nice. We can go direct to Kuwait, which means I'm going to put that on OxNav, and we will begin turning towards the first waypoint. So now, with the way that we have things here, and calm down, airplane. Having it on OxNav, the airplane will now follow the INS. So we're pretty much good now. We're cleared to COAT, resume own navigation, UPS 1825. There we go. It understood that.
November 840 Papa Alpha.
So, all right, I need to get some lights off here because I realize there's just so much going on. Strobe lights, navigation lights, beacon lights. We'll turn the wing lights off. You can also turn the logo lights off. We're climbing up to 37,000, and we are following the INS. So we should be at waypoint 1 in about 7 minutes.
Copy.
Look at this. It's always sunny above the clouds, and we got an airplane up there. Actually, we got 2 airplanes up there.
Blue streak 54-3.
Look at that.
Delta 25.
Oh, look at how beautiful that is. Look at the storm down there. That does not look fun. But at least we're up here where it's safe. We're climbing to 37,000. We get the window heat on as well. Oh my god. What the heck are you doing? Jeez, airplane, what are you doing, man?
New York Center
Whoa.
3315.
What the heck are you doing? Why are you putting me into like a dive all of a sudden? Come on, man. Can you please get your life together? Thank you.
UPS 1825.
Oh, sorry.
Contact New York Center 3315.
New York Center on 133.15, UPS 1825. That's so weird. I haven't had that happen since I was learning the aircraft. So I don't know why it did that. That's so weird. Something I did, the plane did not like. All right, we're climbing up there. All right, and we're turning back on course after that that very weird turn of events here. 2,400 is what we're currently climbing, and we're going to close the cooling doors because, based from what I heard when I was learning the airplane, I think when you're above like 10,000 feet or whatever, you close these until they're about a third of the way open. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've been doing, so we're going to close it to that. Close that. Oh, I need to announce on frequency. New York Center, UPS 1825, climbing flight level 370.
UPS 1825, New York Center.
And we are now back on course after whatever the heck happened. And also, I need to close that. Oh, no, I don't want to lower the gear. I want to turn off the gear. Let's make sure the gear is closed, or up. All right, we'll turn the gear off. And I think everything else is good.
Center, radar contact. Blue streak 5409.
Okay, so we are working along here. We've got about a minute and a half until we get to waypoint 1. If we look at the flight plan here, waypoint 1 is Coat. So once we're at Coat, we are going to turn. We're going to turn left at Coat, and we're going to head towards LVZ. All right, and there we go. We are now beginning our left turn towards waypoint 2. And again, that is going to be the Wilkes Bar waypoint. And as you can see down here, it now says 1, 2, waypoint 1 to 2, 44 miles, and we'll be there in about 7 minutes. So there we go. Almost there. Just got about 1,000 feet to go. Actually, 2,000. Oh, no, yeah, just about 1,000 feet to go there. As you can see, we're climbing. We're also bleeding power, which is fine. That's actually what I intended. Come on, can you relax, plane? There we go. 37,000, and now we're going to level off. That is going to go to hold. Well, actually, it's going to say engaged, I think. No, is it going to say engaged or hold? It's going to say engaged, right. So we are now going to hold at 37,000. Welcome to cruising altitude, everybody.
Tech 101 Heavy. Descend and maintain 4,000. Tech New York Center 132.6. See you.
New York Center on...
132.6.
Oh, I'm dumb.
UPS 1825.
I don't know if you could hear what was in the background, but I have auto respond on at the moment, and I had auto respond on because I'm about to go grab myself something to drink so that I don't have a dry throat for the rest of the video and I don't sound like I smoke 20 packs a day. Which I don't. I don't smoke at all, actually, but if my throat gets dry, that's not fun at all. But anyways, the next segments of the video, at least until we get to top of descent, is going to be a mix of... It's going to be a mix of time lapses as well as jump cuts. The first one is actually going to be right here. And I'll set you up on the dash here. You can watch the flight go by. And enjoy. I'll be back in a minute. So we are now heading to waypoint 3. Should be there in about a minute. Actually 2 minutes. 12 miles away. I forgot to move the throttle back. And you know what I didn't grab? I didn't grab my drink. I got into a conversation with somebody and I forgot it downstairs. Ugh. Yeah, so this aircraft does not have a speed hold. What is it? No, it's auto throttle, isn't it? This aircraft does not have an auto throttle. So you have to manually control the throttle. If you want to, you can put that in here. You just got to go here and then into options and then right, not here. It's probably in front of my face. No, it's here. Auto throttle. Here we go. We are turning towards waypoint 4. We should be there in about 10 minutes. If you want to put an auto throttle, you can just click this button right here, and then an auto throttle will appear right here. And you can click it, and the throttle will...
UPS 1825, contact New York Center 124.9er.
New York Center on 124.9er, UPS 1825. Yeah, so if you do that, you can just set it there, and then click it up, and it will maintain the throttle for you. Of course, we don't have that, so we have to do that ourselves. I am going to take this down a little bit. Take that to the right there, I think it's good. And we'll see if that maintains the speed. Why are we pitching up? No, I don't think we're pitching up. I'm just down. All right. New York Center, UPS 1825 with you, flight level 370.
UPS 1825, New York Center. New York Center 134.8, have a good day.
New York Center on 134.8. Have a good day, UPS 1825. New York Center, good morning, UPS 1825 with you, flight level 370.
UPS 1825, New York Center.
All right, so I have been time-lapsing for a minute now.
Contact Cleveland Center 134.9.
Let's turn the Beyond ATC down because we don't really need to talk to them for a little bit. We are flying right over Cleveland. Lake Erie's like right there. We can't see it. Cleveland Hopkins Airport's like right there somewhere. Hopefully, this is just a cloud cover and it's not foggy. I am a little worried that this might be in Chicago as well. We'll have to see. Maybe I should have planned the weather a little better. This is live weather that I'm using because I don't know. I just like playing with live weather. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It looks like some of the clouds over that way might be a little bit higher, actually. So maybe we'll be lucky. Maybe we'll be lucky. And Chicago will be a nice approach. I mean, even if it is cloudy, as long as I can kind of see around me, that's, better than nothing. All right, so I am going to start reprogramming the INS. Now, we have 7 more waypoints after waypoint number 9. Sorry, that's not true. We have 8 waypoints. I can only put in 6 right now. I'm going to put in those 6 just so I don't have to do it later, and I'm not, freaking out to do it later. The first waypoint in the next set of waypoints is going to be Hapo. And literally the way that we reprogram this is we just go to waypoint 1 and we hit north 4126. Insert that. All right, 86, that's going to be west 8632.6. 8632.6, 4126, 4126. Insert that. So that is the next waypoint. When we get to 9, this will automatically go to 1, and we will start heading towards Hapo. So there we go. All right, I am going to do the rest of these waypoints. I'll be back with you in a minute. All right, and the last waypoint that we're going to put in is waypoint 6. Now, we are going from waypoint 6 to 7. It's not going to matter. We can still reprogram waypoint 6. We just can't reprogram 7 and 8 until we pass those 2 waypoints. So we're going to do 6. 6 is 4151.6. Sorry, 4151.9. 4151.9. And then west 8646.8. 8646.8. Sorry, that is not the right one. It's 8649.8. Mateo just cannot figure his life out, apparently. It's going to be 8649.8. 8649.8. Okay, there we go. So the next 6 waypoints are in 4139.4, 4139.4, 8647.6. That's good. 3, 4132.1, 4132.1. 8647.6, 8646. Ooh, hold on. Oh, I'm off on that one. 4 is that one. Okay, this one's wrong. See, this is why I always check. I need to fix 3. All right, so 3 is 4132.1, 4132.1, west 8646.9, 8646.9. There we go. And now it's correct. I accidentally put 4 into 3 for west. 8646.9. There we go. I don't know. I'd give it maybe 20-ish minutes out from Chicago. It's really not that far. These waypoints that we're on right now, these are the longer set of waypoints where it's like, 50, 100 miles between each. Once we get into Chicago, things are going to start getting really tight. At Hapo, right at that waypoint, we're going to turn north, and the waypoints are going to become very close. They're all going to be very close together, so hopefully, look at that. Actually, I think Chicago might be pretty good. It looks like the clouds are kind of breaking up a little bit, so I'm hoping that this is kind of more of what Chicago is seeing, because this is fine. This is completely fine. It's when we get into the fog, like New York, for example, that's when things start to get a little scary. The top of descent is between Watson, which is waypoint 9, and Hapo, which is, again, waypoint 1. Top of descent is there, so by the time we get to Palpa, we should be at flight level 340, and then we're just going to kind of begin a steady descent from there. I believe ATC is the one that will clear us to do that, so we actually have to wait for the ATC to tell us. We could say that we're ready for descent, too, if the ATC forgets about us, which, if you were here at the beginning of the video, which if you're here, you probably were at the beginning of the video, the ATC completely ignored me when I called for clearance, so hopefully they don't do that when we're in the air here. So over on my Discord, I asked what people preferred flying. And so for that reason, I'm going to ask it here. When you play Flight Sim, what do you prefer flying? Do you like flying passenger aircrafts, or would you prefer flying freighters? All right, so we are now heading to waypoint 8. What is that waypoint, by the way? That's not one of the important ones. That waypoint is going to be the Daifi. Daifi? Right, Daifi is waypoint 8. And then we're going to be on to Watson. Okay, we're getting some instructions from the ATC. We'll expect the Watson 4, runway 27 center, UPS 1825. All right, so in about 3 minutes, we will get to our next waypoint, and then I can reprogram those last 2 waypoints.
Contact Chicago Center 133.9er.
Chicago Center on 133.9er, UPS 1825. Getting information.
Pilot's discretion descend and maintain flight level 350. Chicago O'Hare Airport landing runway 27 center, altimeter 3007.
After Watson, cleared via Watson 4. Pilot's discretion to descend and maintain flight level 350. We'll be landing runway 27 center, altimeter 3007, UPS 1825.
UPS 1825. Contact Chicago Center 135.9er.
Chicago Center on 135.9er, UPS 1825.
Contact Chicago Center 119.
All right, it's already given us descent clearance, so we are approaching the next waypoint. Let's get these last 2 waypoints in. So, what we've got here is waypoint 7, Senak. Let's see, waypoint 6. I just want to double check to make sure that I'm going to the right place. 4151.9er, 8649.8. 8649.8. I'm going to draw a line through that so that I know that that is done and I don't get confused on what I am doing. All right, 8649.8. 8649.8. That is good. We checked that twice. Checking the list, checking it twice. Waypoint 7. 4159.8. West. 8658. 8658. 8658.5. Okay, 4159.8, 4159.8, 8658.5. Waypoint 8, and this is going to, look, it's gone automatically back to 1 right there. So the next waypoint, 8. 41. We're getting descent instructions. 41, 51, 41, 58.6, 41, 58.6, west, 87, 54.5. You probably didn't hear those instructions. All right, 87, 54.5. Cool. Last waypoints are in. Let me respond to ATC. I know you probably didn't hear that. UPS 1825, descend and maintain 17,000, altimeter 3007, UPS 1825. I repeated my call sign twice. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that at all. All right, let's fix the altimeter real quick. 3007, and we are descending to flight level 17170. Let me turn this up just a little bit higher.
Flight level 296.
We'll set that to 15. That's a good audio level. All right, let's start descending.
Chicago Center, roger.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set this to... Let's set this to 1500. We are starting to lose speed a little more than I wanted to. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start descending with a vertical speed. I'm going to set that to 50. There we go. And now we're starting to descend. Okay. Everything is fine, allegedly.
Chicago Center, roger.
Allegedly. I say allegedly because there's a chance things will go very wrong. Okay. I was going to say at least we don't have any passengers on board, but we actually do have 2 passengers back there in the form of horses. So hopefully they'll be okay in this this fine landing that we're about to do. Which, look at the weather. My wish. I'm getting my wish. All right, we are beginning at the turn north.
United 1776. Contact Chicago Center.
Now Chicago should be over there somewhere. We're actually going to go kind of that way, and then we're going to turn towards Chicago. So a lot of farmland out here. I wonder, does this map change with the seasons? Because, you know, it's like all gray and everything like that. It kind of gives me like winter vibes. I am a little curious if like during the summer this is all going to be like green. That would be nice. That'd be nice. Because it's all very dead and unalive looking. Turning, 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 turning. All right, so we should be now at Price. That is the waypoint that we are at now, is Price. Now, we're going to continue north until we get to the waypoint Dweeb, and then we'll turn a little bit northwest towards Senac, and then we will turn at Senac. We'll actually turn west, and that should take us straight into Chicago. So that should be great. Whoa, look at that aircraft right there. Look, there's an aircraft that just went overhead. Look at that. Amazing.
Contact Chicago Center 127.55. Take care.
Chicago Center on 127.55, UPS 1825. Have a good day. Chicago Center, UPS 1825, descending flight level 170.
UPS 1825, Chicago Center, copy.
All right, I'm going to start taking this down a little bit more. We're going to take this to like 2,500.
Southwest 824, contact
Because
Chicago
in a
Center
minute,
134.15.
we're going to start turning.
Chicago approach 119.0.
Chicago approach on 119.0, UPS 1825. Chicago approach, UPS 1825 with you, descending 16,000. I'm going to just say 16,000.
United Force
What?
Heavy. Contact OHare Tower 120.
Doesn't care about me one bit. Wow.
Over to Tower 120.75 United 469 Heavy. Take care.
Wow, Chicago approach. Thank you.
UPS
There we go.
1825. Chicago approach. Altimeter tree 007. Expect the visual approach runway 27 center.
Altimeter 3007 will expect the visual approach runway 27 center, UPS 1825. Okay. Side of the airport. Okay.
UPS 1825. Turn left. Heading 280. Descend and maintain 1 tree 13,000. Vectors for the approach.
What did you just say? Turn left heading 280. Will descend and maintain 13,000 vectors for the approach, UPS 1825. All right, let's get down to 13.
UPS 1825. Descend and maintain 1,000 feet.
Now you wanted me to go lower. Okay. Let's do 10. UPS 1825, descend and maintain 11,000 UPS 1825. Sorry, I am like completely messing myself up. All right, let's turn that back to there, and we will get heading mode on.
1784, 9,300 feet, Juliet.
I am just all over the place. What did he say? 280, turn left heading 280, maintain 13,000. And then immediately after he said 11,000.
1784. Chicago approach. Altimeter tree.
And for whatever reason, my brain keeps saying my call sign. I don't know why I keep saying my call sign. My brain is just all over the place right now. And this is why I'm not a pilot in real life. All right, let's get that even more. I am going to dive. I said dive, not die. We're going to dive.
UPS 1825. Turn left. Heading 235.
Turn left heading 235, UPS 1825. There we go. I didn't say it that time. I didn't say my call sign first. I don't know why I'm doing that. I never done that before. I think...
UPS
Oh.
1825. Turn right. Heading 275. Intercept the 27 center localizer. Descend and maintain 3,200.
All right, 3,000. We'll set that to 3,000. Let's reset that. Turn right heading 275. We'll intercept the 27 center localizer. Descend and maintain 3,200 UPS 1825. Okay. All right. We're almost there. So, Chicago O'Hare is actually right there. We're literally heading straight towards it. That's a good thing. I'm going to keep the autopilot on a little bit longer, and then I think once we're over land, I'll just take control of it. All right, we are approaching Chicago now. Sorry, I did not mean to punch my microphone. And the airport is literally right there. So I need to make in for that center runway there. All right. I think I might take control of the airplane in a minute.
Chicago approach United 2683.
Oh, not what I meant to do. I'm going to get some flaps on. And I realized I forgot. I have a button for flaps. There we go. I'm using the HOTUS 1 controller. Oh.
Airport is at your 12 o'clock 15 mile. Report the field in sight.
Field is in sight, UPS 1825.
UPS 1825.
I have the field in sight. What are you on about?
Field in sight. UPS 1825.
All right, I'm going to take control of the airplane.
UPS 1825. Cleared visual approach runway 27 center.
Cleared for the visual approach runway 27 center, UPS 1825.
UPS 1825. Contact OHare Tower 121.15. Take care.
121.15 UPS 1825. What? O'Hare Tower, UPS 1825 on final runway 27 center. We're going to turn this way.
UPS 1825.
Hey, we're clear to land.
Wind 275 at 8. Runway 27 center cleared to land.
Oh man, I think we have a little bit of a crosswind going in here. Runway 27 center clear to land, UPS 1825. Maybe we'll be okay. Oh yeah, look at this. Holy moly. Alright, I'm gonna turn that way a little bit. Oh, okay, we're fine. There we go. And you know what? I'm gonna get... Oh my god. Real quick, I'm gonna just get this on. There we go. Alright, we're good. Let's turn that off. This is fine. We're completely okay. Don't worry about this. Oh man. Look at this craziness. Alright, I need to get this way a little bit. This is windy. I have not had this wind in a minute. Okay. We'll be fine. There we go. Ooh. Oh, man. Okay. We're good. Everybody relax. Those two horses that are in the back, you're perfectly safe. Okay, let's try and bleed off some speed here because we are coming a little bit quick. And let's try and get some altitude. Nope, not like that. Huh. Okay. $300. 200.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on. Nope. There we go. You know, I gotta say, I think this was my best landing I've had in this aircraft. Holy moly, what the heck? All right. I'll take it. All right, where are we turning off at? I'm assuming we're going to have to go this way. I think the UPS facility's over there somewhere, so we'll see. The air traffic control will tell us where to go. All right, I need to figure out why are my reversers didn't come out. So there's something wrong with this where my speed brake and my reversers aren't working with my throttle. I have to figure out why that is. It turned them off. It's not turning them on. That's okay. We're going pretty slow now. All right, I'm going to turn this way.
UPS 1825. Exit left at Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
What the heck is this? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're fine. All right, let's contact ground.
3.0, United 2656.
O'Hare ground, UPS 1825 requesting taxi to ramp Mike 24. All right, let's see if it works. Let's see. Oh, look at that. We got someone taking off, or maybe they're landing. I don't know. Looks like they're taking off. Woo, there we go. That looks like an A319 maybe.
1825. Welcome to Chicago O'Hare Airport. Ramp Mike 24 taxi via Echo Romeo. Hold short runway 27 left.
Ramp Mike 24 taxi via Echo Romeo will hold short runway 27 left. UPS 1825.
28 right via Alpha 14 Alpha.
Oh,
Alpha
look at that.
15
Another American
Foxtrot,
taking off.
November
Nice.
Yankee Sky with 3152.
So it looks like they're using that runway to take off there.
2632. Hold
Off he
position for
goes.
company traffic.
Nice.
Hold position for traffic United 2632.
632. Contact O'Hare Tower 133.0.
Okay.
Over to Tower 133.0. United 20.
O'Hare ground, UPS 1825 holding short runway 27 left.
UPS 1825. Hold short of 27 left. I'll call you back.
All right. Oh, we got another plane taking off. Look at this.
United 1862. Runway 27 left taxi via Alpha 1 Alpha Golf Golf 3 Alpha 10.
Runway 27 left via Alpha 1 Alpha
Another airplane? This is like the 5th airplane they're getting out before we get to cross. All right. I realized for some reason my speed brakes are activated again. There we go. Let's turn that off.
Continue taxi via
Blah.
Romeo.
Oh, we're getting cross. I can't speak English apparently. We're getting instructions to cross the runway. Although, is that guy taking off? Because I feel like, I think he's moving. Yeah, we're gonna wait for him to leave because I think he's. Why are you telling me to cross the runway when there's a guy taking off? Whatever. We'll cross the runway 27 left at Alpha 10. We'll continue taxi via Romeo Bravo Tango November 1. We'll hold short runway 28 right. UPS 1825.
November 1.
Yeah, it's fine. There we go. He's letting us cross. I wonder what this is. Is this like an old terminal or something? That looks like a control tower. So I just noticed that there's a control tower right there. So I wonder, is that like the original terminal or something? Oh my gosh.
November 2 Alpha
Okay.
12 Alpha. United 342.
Wait right, United 786.
Okay, we have arrived to our stand.
227 heavy. Ramp 5
That's better than nothing, I guess.
Papa Tango. Hold short
Come on.
runway 28 center.
Ramp 5 via Charlie Charlie Papa Tango. Hold short runway 28 center. Cargo King 227 heavy.
Oh, it's not here. It is here. Okay.
United 786.
Why aren't you giving me instructions?
Cross runway 28 right at Charlie Charlie.
I need you to swing those higher, man. I can't see you. Oh, left.
November Tango Alpha 10.
Is that straight?
Cross runway 28 right at Charlie Charlie.
Huh,
Taxi
oh.
via Charlie Charlie November Tango Alpha 1.
What were you doing, GSX? Come on, man. All right. Parking brake on. He wants us to cut power now.
Gate Bravo 16 taxi via
Oh, did we...
Hold short runway 4 left.
Why is that not working? Did the APU turn off?
Short runway 4 left. United 561.
I think the APU turned off.
United 342
Maybe it
heavy
tripped, because
request
that
taxi.
doesn't look like that's on. Okay, see, that light... Yeah. I think the APU turned off. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. Maybe I just couldn't see it, because now we're on APU power. That must have been on the whole time then. Why wasn't that light illuminating? That's really weird. Okay, so we are now on APU power. We're on APU power. We can now turn the engines off. So from landing to arrival, that took 26 minutes. All right, I'm going to save that. All right, let's get deboarding. They're going to start unloading all of our cargo and everything. And I need to go down here and get the ground power on. So let's go to aircraft, chokes, engine covers. Sorry, not engine covers. I want the cones and then ground power. That can be on. We are getting a stairway that's going to connect to the aircraft in just a minute. And they are opening the cargo doors. All right, let's turn off... Oh, I never turned on the other gallery power. Oh my gosh, I never did that. And I also didn't turn those off. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff I didn't do here. All right, let's turn that off. Let's turn all these fuel pumps off. Maybe that's why it wasn't working. It was like, Mateo, you need to turn off some stuff. Let's get external power on. Let's get that set to there. There we go. Turn that off. Turn that off. That we should probably open. Do we need hydraulic pumps? We could probably turn that hydraulic pump off. There we go. Okay. Set that to ground. And I think we're good. Look at this. Your late Christmas gifts are here. Not on time. Because somebody waited until last minute to order things. Look at that. Look at that. Looks like we got a, what is that, a 777 taking off? We got a United in the background landing. All right, so your Christmas presents have finally arrived one day late. That's going to do it for this episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you'd like to see me fly this 727 again or change to the passenger variant, let me know. Maybe give me some ideas on where we should fly. And I'll see you in the next one. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. See you later. Peace.